recesses of the American psyche, where nerve endings explode into electrifying reality.
Help! Hurry! Help!
Exposing life for what it really is.
It's crazy. It's madness. I mean, people are getting ravished out there.
This is the Ed Tyll Show.
The Ed Tyll Show.
Come on, everybody, Ed Tyll, Ed Tyll. Come on, everybody, Ed Tyll. Come on, everybody. Come on, everybody. Come on, everybody. Come on, everybody. All right, so now I can't even enjoy football without some a-hole. Now it's Jerry Jones. What? You would have had him. If you're me, I know very little about the Dallas Cowboys' inner workings, but, it's a legendary football team. I love football. Now they've effed me on football. Kids in the car, right? The other day, she goes, I can't believe the language you used with that guest. I said, I can't believe the bullshit that you tolerate. So now it's football. Now this is going on sundown. Football. I did not like the Kaepernick event when it happened. I don't like any of this messing with my game. My game. I take ownership. They go, you gotta take ownership. Yeah, really? You don't have to tell me to take ownership. I put my life into watching that game. Joe, Willie, Namath, New York Jets. I'm a kid, like all kids in that era. God knows we needed heroes. There he was, winning the Super Bowl. Amazing. I stay with the Jets. I choose to suffer with the Jets. I stand by the Jets. Now I got this crap. Yeah, okay. Is there anything else you want to ruin? What is left that I was enjoying as a middle class? I'm not even a baby boomer. I'm in the tailwind, baby. I'm just trying to make, like the rest of us, a life out of this. How do you make a good life out of this? Football now. The other, what do I know? What they're trying to say? I don't know. I don't care. It's football. I don't want to hear anything about politics when it's football. But again, this is what they insist on. We went through the Olympics. Do you remember? You're too young. I remember. Fists in the air. Fists at the Olympics. Jesus Christ, who are you punching out up there? You're at the Olympics. Punching into the air. Fisting, I don't want to go to Greenwich Village on this, but fisting in the air. What kind of sickness? But you say, oh, that's freedom of speech. I go, that is a mental disorder. That's what that is. That is the inability to restrain yourself appropriately in a public environment. Here we go. The whole entire Pittsburgh Steelers stayed in the locker room. Oh my God, what are you doing? You're fierce warriors. That is a flag of victory. That is a flag of sacrifice. That is a flag of hundreds of years. And who are you? Yeah. This self-absorbed, very Freudian on that slip, right? That's very Freudian, that slip. Because we are the most self-absorbed, can't get enough of ourselves. Do you want anything more? Is there more you want? What do you want? What do you want? It's sick. And now they wreck my game. I'm having a hard enough time playing 500 football there for the first 2 weeks of the season. Now my Jets game has to have garbage from all corners of the complaint department. I don't think it's race. I think it's whiny baby, immature, self-absorbed garbage. Now, the guy who came out of the tunnel and put his hand over his heart, got grief like nobody's business. They're frying him all over the TV, yelling at him because what did he do? He served in the military. The flag music came on. He did what every good American does when flag music comes on. You shut the H up. You be quiet. That's it. There's nothing, nobody, I believe, during a national anthem, during America the Beautiful, God, what's the one there? Hail to the Chief. Even if the Queen is coming to town, God save the Queen. At that level of respect, what you don't do is open your big fat mouth. That's never the right time. You are never correct. Zero. I don't care if the Nazis are coming to your synagogue. You're going to wait till the song is over. I don't care if it's Kim Jong-un personally riding a ballistic missile in that great movie. You should see it, kids. You need to see Dr. Strangelove. You need to see what it looks like when a man is riding a intercontinental ballistic nuclear warheaded missile. You need to see that. Because even then, you let the song finish. The guys in NORAD will fire the bombs, not your job. Not you. You're there to pay respect. That song is how long? How long is the national anthem on TV? Bing, bang, boom. No longer than a Beatles tune. Okay? You can shut up. You can put whatever is bothering you aside. That's more important than you. That's more important than the way you feel. Get it through your thick head. The flag is more important. Oh, the Jerry Jones film. Here we go. Jerry Jones film is running again. The owner, I don't even know this guy. You know about the Cowboys because they're great. They had another guy who's on TV all the time. Jerry somebody else with hair. I'm a New York Jets fan. I don't go for all of this crap. You can't flood me and ruin my game. You can't. Now, I hadn't thought that they were sons of bitches, but now I think they are selfish sons of bitches. Now I think he's right. I hadn't thought about it. I, in my mind, dismissed Colin Kaepernick. Bye-bye, Colin. Thanks for the afro and nothing else really that I saw. You're a great quarterback. Some crummy team ought to pick you up. Let's get with it, buddy. That's how that one works. If you're great, but you just didn't show it or it didn't last or something, some crappy team picks you up. If you're below what even a crappy team will take in all of show business, you need to rebrand, reinvent. I think he should run for Congress. Obviously, he loves to argue about this stuff. This is very important. And let him argue it where it makes a difference. Get out there. Organize your people. Get your votes. Stop the killing. You, right away with your big, tall, lanky, afro head, go and stop killing with that. Go walk around in the ghetto like some kind of big deal who's back to help it. You got money, you got notoriety, you got people listening. Go to your ghetto every day. Walk those streets. Pick up needles. Pick up gun shells. Hug mothers. What the goddamn hell is wrong with you? You say you care about it. You're traipsing in at every game you've ever played. Every time you go to a city, there's a ghetto right near your locker room. You walk in that ghetto? Do you hug the mothers? Do you pick up the bullets? Do you just pick up the shell casing and go, Jesus H. Christ, there's needles and shell casings where my people, I don't understand, your people are right there. Your people are right there. Obama used to drive me nuts the same way. Your president, your people. Jesus, God, if it's not historical, the black man every day, let's go. All these firsts, all these breakthroughs, nothing on the scoreboard? What are you talking about? I don't believe you can't get it done. I don't believe, he loves it. The haircut tells you right there. Look at me, stare at my, okay, great. I'm looking. You have a political problem. Yes, you're a former NFL star in somewhat of a career decline. Pivot, my friend. Pivot. Get in the game and go. But this idea, we're going to have a pity party at the beginning of the game to show the people that we work for who we are. Our bosses don't know us. Our bosses have never given a nickel to civil rights. Our bosses all hate us. They treat us terrible. They don't pay us well. Oh, is that right? Oh, well, yeah, we should be getting hundreds of millions more compared to what they get. I understand all the H-Rap Brown anger. Got it. Been there. Listen to it. I listened to it again. I still listen to it now. But you are not, in my opinion, not entitled to ruin my football. I got enough problems with the Jets. The Jets give me agita since I was a 15, 16-year-old kid because when I was 12, they snuck in, made magic. I was right near Merlin. The whole magic act, I bought it. The jersey, I'm in. And it has been a rough 50 years. I will say that is the most important thing that's going on with this protest. Oh, it's league-wide. Oh, the owners are kneeling down. What is going on? What happened? Oh, I see. Oh, it's about, it doesn't involve me. I would never understand it. Right. I'm a part of it because I exist, right? That's the other thing now. Now you're an existential threat to every group by virtue of your existence. It's your privilege. You're what? Do you feel very privileged? Oh, all day people are topping their hat to me, holding my cane, asking how the families everywhere I go. The politeness is, I'm drowning in it. Drowning in courtesy and consideration and interest in other people's well-being. Oh, I can't. I'm swimming in it. Drowning. It's too deep. Oh, it's deep. Oh, it's deep. So this is what we do now. Now we have to find everything I enjoy, get in there, start it on. And who asked? I don't understand. Who was the first one that thought this was a good idea? You think you can't write an article in the newspaper that put it on Sunday? NFL player pleads for the young brothers and sisters left behind. Where is that? Where's it? Martin Scorsese level. Make it happen. I don't understand what you're doing by bothering my politics-free environment. When I'm at Yankee Stadium, you don't bring up Trump. You don't bring up Harry Truman. You just don't bring up anything. You bring up Joe Pepitone, Tony Kubek, Mickey Mantle, Roger Maris. I can't, it's inescapable now. We've unleashed, how many times has that been written in my favorite song? We've unleashed a monster. It's Eddie Vedder, right? He's singing about the kid who goes nuts in the classroom. We've unleashed a lion, right? Thank you. The kids know. Kids know better than me. I can't keep track of Pearl Jam lyrics over here. I know what he's talking about. That's what matters. It's unbelievable. So here we go. So, I don't like to listen much to the news, even though we air it on this network. Funny. That's ironic, isn't it? Yeah, I don't really enjoy listening to the news, so I've become a new type of cable news consumer. I'd like you to join me in this. I want you to sound off, right? Just mute the TV and you're set. The Crawl gets it done. The Crawl and the spontaneous video. I realize I'm losing some geniuses that think they are, analysts that think they know something, and what they heard at the cafe where the guy was talking loudly, they have a fetish with all of this. I don't think I need it to make my decisions from where I'm making the country go. I'm in here with the coffee crowd. We're at Dunkin' Donuts at 8. We're on the move at 7. We're going at 10 o'clock at night. And we are not living in some gated community with armed machine guns up there like some Mexican vice president of a district. That's not what we do. Americans work hard. This show is only on because of its audience. People go, what kind of show is it? What kind of show is it? You better listen to the show. What kind of show is it? You need it then. Who the hell is talking about this for this long? No one, but that's fine. Things come around. 1975, this country got screwed at that time. I was a teenager, and I went on the air, and we've been going since. It's a war out there for socialism, communism, do everything for me. Take my money, do everything for me. I can't do it anymore. That crowd. We didn't have a lot of that. This is a new crowd. I can't do it. What happened to me is terrible. I can't. What are you going to do? What do you want to do? You want to try another planet? You want to go to an atoll in the Pacific Ocean? What do you want to do? I don't hear what you want to do. I don't hear what you want to work out. I hear about how upset you are, miserable you are. Now you're so miserable, football is gone. Thanks. Thanks a lot. Football, the refuge, just like a movie. You go to a movie, you want the movie to stop in the middle. Michael Douglas comes out and he says, well, Trump this and Elizabeth Warren that to Hillary book, and you would throw stuff at the movie theater. You'd go nuts in there. You would go, probably line up for the men's room before I get in that car, I have to go to the men's room. Wait out there, you and the kids wait in the lobby before I get in this car. This is what it is. This is what we do. And somebody, enough critical mass, begin to tip this thing. But it looks like we have problems every inch, quarter inch, a silly millimeter longer. Here we are in the middle of another issue. I'm worried about, the Jets have one thing on their mind at all times. Are we playing to win? Or are we playing for next year's draft pick? That's the only thing a Jet knows when he gets up in the morning, or she. Women in the Jets organization, there's no doubt, because for the amount of the sensitivity the Jets can show from time to time. They're a very sensitive team. A very personality-driven team. Sometimes talent is secondary when it comes to the Jets. A big personality thing ever since the great Namath. It was a blessing and obviously a huge curse. What happened with him, because I, like so many, were captured by something that wasn't the Giants. The Giants got me a free football because they were so heavily favored in my neighborhood that when they gave out bottle caps, there was an excess of Giants. Everybody had Giant caps, and you could get yourself a free football. The Jets were so unpopular that they hardly printed any bottle caps for the Jets. They hardly got any footballs stamped for the Jets because nobody believed that there were really any Jet fans that would come out and want to self-identify with the football, etc., like me. Right. I went all in. I got the Jets uniform as a Santa Claus brought that. How about that? All those were the days, huh? Not even, subject to he just makes it for you. He looks at it on TV, and he makes it, drops it off. Yeah, the original Amazon, right? That was Santa Claus. Imagine Santa Claus charged. What kind of money would Santa Claus be worth? Just forget about transportation charges with the reindeer. I mean, the guy he'd score huge. Get a bill from Santa Claus. You're like, what? Oh, yeah, it goes back to 1947. Really? Oh, yeah. Says he didn't even count the baby clothes. Nothing, only toys. Toys and goodies. All clothes, survival stuff, he took out. This is your bill for what Santa Claus gave you that obviously was a bad influence, and now he'd like to work something out because you didn't stay nice like you were with the cookies. He's like, look, I gave you all these toys, then I ate those cookies, I did all this, and this is what you're doing? Forget it. I'm sending you a bill. Santa Claus has found out you never were nice. You never should have gotten anything. Get him, Santa. Santa and Mrs. Trump, right? Sitting there going, I don't know what he says, Well, somebody had to say it. You see Santa sitting up there with Melania? He's going nuts up at the North Pole, telling the elves they have to do better. They're sending everything out to China. No good. I see what's going on up here. You're making this guy look bad. Every time I look over his inventory, China. No good. What's up with, and all the elves are sitting back there. They're all drunk. They all don't care. They're all having, long lunch hours, coming to work late, calling in sick. They don't, they pile up overtime right around the December 1st. They go, oh, Santa, we're behind.